All right, y'all, let's talk. We all heard Young Thug's jail calls, and it just reiterated something I have been saying for years. I do not trust people who talk ish about their friends and loved ones. If I hear you talking ish and then see you hanging out with them same folks, stay far away from me. And I do have my notes, so just be gentle with me. But when you see somebody that has no shame, no hesitation, dragging somebody that you know or they're supposedly cool with or that they fool with, you better be leery. You better believe your name will come up in rotation. Because as I always say, if you not at the table, guess who's being served? I was once a part of a family that whoever was not in the room, that's who was getting talked about. And I'm pretty sure they still act in the same manner. Whoever was not there, they was getting dragged. So I already knew when I wasn't there, they didn't do me no favors either. Now, I know many people like to give excuses for bad behavior. Oh, that's just how he or she is. They didn't mean it like that, etc., etc. Words show character, and character shows actions. And let's be real. Now, I'm not going to dig into Young Thug and if he's a snitch or not, but I'm just using this situation to discuss the behavior, the pattern of, people can be in your circle and not for you. And I don't know why Mariah was surprised. You sat on that phone talking ish about his fellow rappers, supposed friends in the game, etc. So I don't know why you thought you was gonna be immune. I really watch how people act towards others. And I pay attention to that. I know some people say, well, they ain't never did nothing to me. Honestly, that's how most rapists and killers and other people get away with such behavior because everybody doesn't mind looking past a person's behavior because it was not personally done to them. But if I see you being a dishonest person, let's just say, for example, I've never had a girlfriend that I know personally that they were actively cheating on their husband, because I am not going to be a friend to someone that shows such distrust, such disloyalty to someone that they chose to commit vows to in the name of God. I'm not trusting you. So I watch other people's behavior. I'm not saying you're going to become that person. However, if you're okay with them mistreating, being disloyal to other people, you honestly cannot be surprised when it's your turn. You just can't. I'm an honest believer in how you do one thing is how you do everything. A liar lies, a cheater cheats. And that's just the end of the story. That's how it is. If you have no integrity, you have no integrity. And that's in every aspect of life. If you cheat your way around, you're going to cheat your way around. A man that's cheating on his wife, he's going to also lie to his friends. He's not going to have loyalty for one and not the other. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to make any kind of sense. A person that is an active liar, if you hear somebody always lying, even to their children, they're a liar. I know everyone lies, but it's a difference between telling a lie and being a liar. And a liar cannot change their behavior. And I'll tell y'all something. Patterns don't lie. Patterns don't lie. People are who they are and they're going to be who they're going to be. If you pay attention, you'll see a pattern and you'll see it clear as day. If he'll lie to her, he'll lie to you. If she'll dog out her best friend to you, she'll do the same. She'll do the same in your name. Even loyalty. I look at how people treat others that I know good and well they should be loyal to, and how they treat them. A person will always reveal themselves. in some manner, in some shape, fashion, or form, they're going to reveal themselves to you. A person that's always cussing out their mama, dogging out their best friend, talking bad about their job, just such a negative person, they're going to find some negativity and criticism towards you and vent to the next person that'll listen. It's just a pattern. It's a patterned behavior. Their character will never change depending on the audience. And I'm just the type of person, I find no joy in another person's pain. And if you're that type of person, I really try to remove myself as soon as I find that out. If you find joy in another person's pain, I mean, I could actually dislike someone, but I don't find any joy in them experiencing pain. Even people I know have done wrong things towards me, I don't find any joy in their pain. I don't want to hear about it, but I'm not going to find any joy in it either. Now, keeping it real, none of us are perfect. I love celebrity gossip just as much as the next person. I troll sometimes, but I'm never mean and just evil towards a person. I never bash who they are as a person. I might make fun, like jokes, but nobody that is actually in my circle, nobody that I actually love, nobody that I've called a friend. Now, one friend of mine can find a text message, a recording, a screenshot that I've talked ish about another friend. None. Nobody. Nobody at all, because guess what? I don't do it. I don't even have negative connotations towards a friend. Even if somebody says something I don't like, I brush it off, because anyone that I call a friend, I know there's no malice in their heart. Even if I didn't like their tone, even if I didn't like something they said, or even my children, I'm like, hey, watch your tone, because I don't like how you're talking to me this way. I don't go around bashing people that I love. I don't talk mess about my husband, not to any friend. You can ask any of my friends. Now, I might joke, but I'm never going to bash my husband out loud to anyone, even if I consider them a friend. Because guess what? When you do that, then that friend is going to have those negative connotations about your spouse. And even when you forgive, it's going to be very difficult for them to look at them in a different light, because all they're going to remember is you talking ish about your husband, about your kids, about your sister, about your mama. That's all they're going to remember every time when they meet them, or every time they see them. That's what they're going to remember. So just don't do it. I don't have anybody in my life, honestly, that I really have a gripe with, that I need to vent about, like, oh, I can't stand my husband. Oh, I can't stand my kids, blah, blah, blah. You know, I might discuss something I'm disappointed with my husband, with my children, or something like that. But other than that, I don't sit around bashing anyone I love that's a friend or a family member at all. So yeah, that was my little take on Young Thug and his jail calls. Not specifically to Young Thug, but how you should treat your friends and family, no matter what situation you in. You should respect them, have loyalty for them, and always think of them in a positive light. I know it's easy to engage. Maybe you sitting on the phone and it's easy to try to bash someone what you think. Now, this is my thing. I'm sorry, I might be babbling or rambling. um this is my thing with us. I feel like we take the one thing we don't struggle with and point it out about somebody else and try to bash them. Just for example, like Ari Fletcher. Now she's talking about everybody that might be overweight, or, thinking she's this fitness guru because she decided to finally work out, which is great. We all should strive to work out. But just because I decide to work out, or I meet my goals with meet my fitness goals, that does not give me the right or authority to bash everyone that is struggling. You know what I'm saying? Or I see women online, that have maybe reached their financial goals. and they have reached the 6-figure mark and able to go on a lot of trips or go buy these purses and this and this and that, and their criticism to other people when someone tries to have a conversation is, you ain't got no money, blah blah blah. Like, everybody started somewhere and everyone has a struggle. Or women that are married and they think saying that's why you ain't got no man is a oh my goodness, I can't think, is a criticism, is a bashing someone. You don't know what someone's situation may be. You may be happily married, maybe they may be happily single. You just never know. So I don't think we should walk around bashing someone because we think we've reached this one goal, so we're gonna bash everybody that have it. Like, if you have long thick hair, that's why you ain't got no edges, you're bald headed. It's like, that's how we do each other. Oh, that's why you got 3 baby daddies, don't none of them take care of the baby. It's like, come on y'all, let's do better than that. And if I just feel like we all have so much to work on for ourselves that we really don't have the time, and we shouldn't have the energy to bash other people. Like, I know personally I have so much to work on. I don't have time to make a list of how others lack. And people that do that, they are unhappy with themselves. Because if you're happy with yourself, you're not worrying about Keisha need to lose weight. You're not worrying about Keisha wearing wigs. You're not worrying about Keisha baby daddy. You are going to be content with your own life and striving for your own goals. You cannot sit around thinking you're on this pedestal and I'm going to look down on everybody I think is beneath me and I'm going to bash them. Honestly, that's really how most of this happens. Young Thug, he was sitting in that jail cell and probably a little angry, a little jealous that his so-called friends in the industry were still out free, and he was just running down the list. But I think, this is just my opinion, not the law. Y'all know how I feel. As a woman, as an adult, I would have redirected my husband or my man. Hey, when he said Glorilla ugly, babe, why you worrying about whether she's pretty or not? We together. That's what should have happened. Not chuckling and laughing at the next woman, because if that's my man or that's my husband, I'm wondering, why are you worried about whether she's ugly or not? Why? I ain't never finna sit on the phone with my husband and going down no list of who he think ugly and who he think isn't. Because most of the time, now y'all better pay attention, because most of the time, that's the one you should be worrying about. They trying to steer you somewhere else when they trying to entertain that same girl. And as you can see, that's what Glorilla said, that the man was in her DMs. And half the time, that's what's going on. He trying to deter you from looking at her, from wondering, okay, well, what's going on? Oh, he wouldn't be interested in Glorilla, even if he did a song with her, even if he in the studio with her, because he already told me she ugly. And again, I'm not really talking about these people. I'm just talking about in general. Why would you sit on the phone with your man worrying about if another woman is pretty or ugly? And why wouldn't you say, hey, that shouldn't be your concern? Don't talk bad about that lady. And Mariah, she's in the industry. These phone calls are recorded. Why would you put your career on the line talking about that girl? Now, what's she going to say to Glorilla when she sees her? Or anybody that does mess with Glorilla? Now you got a big chance on them not working with you, because that's what you sitting around doing. Now, let's be for real. It's probably plenty of people that talk ish in the industry, or your co-workers talking bad about each other, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Their calls wasn't recorded and they weren't played for the public to hear. So you have to deal with that. Ain't no, everybody probably do it. They probably do, but you didn't hear what they had to say about you. That's the thing. And I know a lot of people said, well, Glorilla didn't tell her that Young Thug was in her DMs. She didn't have to because she didn't entertain him. Now, had she entertained him and something, transpired and he was really trying to get with her or something like that, then yeah, hey sis, your man, blah, blah, blah. But men are silly, women are silly, and a lot of times, especially for social media, a lot of men, they just gonna copy and paste stuff. I don't take it, I take it with a grain of salt. I don't take it serious. I delete, block. If somebody jumps in my DM and pretends like they interested or acts like they interested in, half the time it's like a copy and paste thing. Delete, block, move on. I ain't gonna stop every time somebody say, oh, you look nice, are you married? But I ain't gonna stop and show my husband, oh my God, this man was in my DMs today. No, I don't entertain it. It doesn't matter who's attracted to you, it's who you entertain. It's who you entertain. So if Glorilla wasn't entertaining the man, she didn't really owe Mariah anything, because all that was going to do was cause some kind of tension between the three of them. She know who she with, and she should have known better than to be discussing other women and they looks with her man. It's just that simple. So anyway, I'm not gonna make this long and drawn out. That was my bottom line. Stop entertaining people that talk ish about their friends and family that they love and you see them with. I'm talking about you see them with, they at brunch Saturday and you chatting with them Sunday and they talking all kind of ish about this girl. Stop entertaining them, because guess what? When you not at the table, you are being served. And that's not a question mark. It's a fact. It's what's going to happen. So stop entertaining it. And if you are in my life and I consider you a friend and you like to bash me, please don't consider yourself to be my friend. Please stop pretending like you like me, because it just takes up too much energy for whatever reason it may be. You might just not like my red lipstick. You might just not like how I do my hair. I don't know. Might be too fat. I don't know. But if you genuinely deep down just don't like me, you don't have to pretend. I promise you, I won't shed a tear. I won't lose any sleep. I already lost the person that meant the world to me. And anybody else that leaves out of my life, I'm definitely okay with it. If you didn't, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that part. But I appreciate all of my friends and family. However, if for some reason I don't fit in your space, whether it's 6 months from now or 6 years from now, I'm definitely okay with you removing yourself. And I'm definitely okay with me removing myself. I don't explain myself. I'm not having no long drawn out conversation about it. If I feel some kind of way, that's it. I'm gone. I'm done. I don't want any back and forth. I don't want to confrontation. If I feel some kind of way and I don't think it's best for a person to be in my life, they won't be. It's just that simple. I don't sit around doing that. Not one person can show you or let you listen to any time that I've done it. Not at all. And I have had it done to me. I've had a text message accidentally sent to me talking mess about me. Friends say, oh, this one said this. And my response is usually, well, what was your response? What did you say to them when they had these bad things to say about me? And I'm not going to correct anyone. If you think I'm a bad person, if you think I can't dress, if you think you just don't like me or whatever, have it. Have it. I'm not going to correct you. I'm not going to correct you at all. Unless you say I'm lying, stealing, or killing. Lying, stealing, or unaliving. Then I might correct you. But other than that, I'm whatever you say I am. I'm whoever you say I am. And that's it. So all this young thug, look past the snitching aspect and just look at the mindset. It's a lot of people that sit around thinking that that's venting, And it's not. It's really internal. You have no integrity, you have no loyalty, and you have no respect for your counterparts, for your friends, for your family members. So keep that in mind. You know, when you want to dial somebody's number or you want to type on a message, did you see that sweater Lori had on her video? Oh, I just didn't like her hair. Long as you don't call me your friend, it's fine. But if you really concerned and you want to say, girl, I don't know about that hell, you call me. If you ain't got my number, then I don't care. But if you got my number and you just really think I'm embarrassing myself or something like that, but I'm listening. I will listen. I might say, girl, I like this sweater. Anyway, by the way, this comes from Shein. I'll have it on my next haul. I think it's super cute. I'm going to get some more colors. I think it came in yellow and blue, something like that. But anyway, I love it. It will be in my next haul. And thank y'all for listening. If you, please, okay, let me start over. Thank y'all for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I am RSVP with Lori on all socials. Please be sure to follow. I'm mainly on Instagram and YouTube. Sometimes I'm on TikTok. That's mainly for my Shein hauls, but I've pretty much remove myself from TikTok. So follow Instagram and YouTube for sure. I'm trying to make sure I get more consistent on YouTube. I will be having a seat at my table every Sunday at 10 a.m. Y'all ain't got to tell me. I know I have not been keeping my time, but it should be every Sunday at 10 a.m. This upcoming week will be episode 12. So I have been doing it weekly, but I just haven't been keeping my date and time. So I'll be doing a seat at my table on Sundays. It should be a Shein haul on Tuesdays, and then just a little current events, my perspective about these on Thursdays for sure on YouTube. And then I'm not sure what else I'll be covering. I do want to start back with things to do in and around the DFW area, and also my weekly vlog. I definitely would like to make sure I'm consistent with that, and I'll be posting those on Saturdays. So about 4 times a week is what I'm shooting for. So please engage, y'all. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Go and watch the playlist for a seat at my table. I got some good conversations going, and I've been blabbing. So I will end this now. Thank y'all. Smooches. Oh, here's Dior. He's gonna say hi. Come on.
My second, I bring my mommy car.
What happened?
My second, bring my mommy car.
Bring your mama car?
My mommy car. My second, bring my mommy.
Okay, come say bye to the video. Tell everybody. Thanks for watching.
It's watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.